Hey, my pretties, my lovelies. I know you're doing good. So I know you want to get into the topic at hand. We're about to do that. Per tea is just alleged tea, or we gossip and just talk about down below what we feel about a topic. That's it. That's all. Oh, wow. So things are not looking too hot for Jada Pinkett Smith right now. Excuse me. Allegedly, she was caught in a motherfucking lie. And that's crazy. And she's about to come out with a book. And it's alleged that it's a lie because at the end of the day, nobody knows what people be doing behind the scenes. Whether they're saying that he was in a relationship, married or not, that doesn't necessarily mean that he was never talking to Jada. But people are saying that when she alleged to be going to visit Tupac, she was heavy and steamy with Will Smith and they had just kicked off their relationship. And allegedly, Tupac was married to somebody at the time. And then when he moved and went somewhere else, he was engaged to Quincy Jones' daughter, another whole female. And so it was impossible for Jada to be doing all that at the time she claimed that she was doing all that. Woo! And that's crazy. And apparently Jada's mama is going off on the internet. But that's crazy because that's not even the crazy part. Jada admits and acknowledges that her and Will have been separated since 2017. I don't think they got divorced. I feel like they just got separated since 2017, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of people are saying that they had an open relationship for a long time. So maybe it wasn't that they was just open. It was just that they were not together. And on top of that, then they don't make the slap credible because Jada had mentioned something about the fact she thought the slap was fake. And for a lot of people, we thought it was for publicity, especially since Chris Rock went on his tour or everything. But it's like it was publicity, just say that, because why else would he be so mad if him and Jada was split? Then people are going around and saying that Chris Rock, had something going on with Jada. But I don't believe that. Like, be freaking for real. Yeah, right. But her having something going on with Tupac, I can kind of see that Tupac is kind of a player from the Himalayas. Like, he had that entourage. And allegedly, he had something going on with the person who had him popped off, allegedly. And as a woman, if you find out that news, like, I can see how you could just go off and be ready to end a person, especially back then. Because that was stuff that was supposed to be going on with him. Not saying it was, but that's really unheard of. But then too, it should have been unheard of if you're in a music game. That kind of stuff happens all the time. But allegedly, Tupac he wasn't just dealing with females back then. That was like the word on the street. And I think that's what Keefe D or Gene had to say. Like, it was something about the fact that when they saw them together, he was with a certain person and it looked like they was booed up, a certain male that people are talking that had something to do with him getting popped off, eliminated. Yeah. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's how you roll. That's how you roll. Especially in them Hollywood parties, they get highly weird, crazy, obnoxious up in them streets, and just is what it is. Like, yo, may land a few places in different places, just is what it is. And I see he had a little free spirited nature to him, you know what I'm saying? Little free spirited nature. But the gag is Jada looking so guilty, like she got something to hide. And that's what the problem is. It's like you can't even fake lie. Like, and if you're lying, what is the reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, you in all this years talking about you and Tupac this, you and Tupac that, but to find out it was a lie, that's crazy. Like, what? So if you lying and you and Tupac weren't locked in like that, then what were you, enemies? What were y'all for real? Or is it the fact that you know what happened to Tupac, or you know what Tupac is? Because allegedly another rumor on the street is that Tupac is not gone. And this whole time y'all been linking up. And like, you know where he at. Like, tell him to pop out. Like, ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Tell him to motherfucking pop out if that's the case. But you looking guilty and making up false narratives, false stories. Allegedly, I'm not sure if it was false or not, because apparently I wasn't there. But you going on this rampage about how Will was not a good man for you, but you know, obviously had two beautiful children from him. Y'all had an ideal marriage situation, and y'all pretended to still be married after y'all separated. Like, come on. Like, what's the reason for coming so hard and acting like you and Tupac were lovers? Because clearly, even with the scene with Jada Pinkett and Tupac dancing, like y'all seen the same clip that I seen for years. Y'all, I know I can't be the only one. For years, I used to think Jada was gay. For years, or a tomboy. I don't even know how to say it no other way. Like, I never saw Jada as feminine until she got with Will. And maybe that was a facade. Maybe that's what she wanted to portray. But for the longest, I was thinking Jada was a little butch. Even when she was dancing with Tupac, that was a little butchy. I don't really see Tupac really being into a butchy girl. And if you're into a butchy girl, you might as well be into a butchy guy, if that's the case. Jada never gave me feminine, like dime piece female when she was dating Tupac. She gave me very much stud. And I was rocking with that. Like, it's nothing wrong with that, Jada. If you're that way, it's nothing wrong with that. Okay? If you wanted a family and kids just out of the situation and still do your thing behind the scenes, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, we're not going to be mad at you because you choose to like women over men. Or even if you like both, like, we're not supposed to be mad. Like, your kids are very free. We understand their lifestyles. They're very free about their lifestyle. So I feel like you could be the same way. And the fact that she said she's been finding happiness, I get it. Like, life is a journey. And I could say the same thing. I haven't always said I've been perfectly happy in my spaces, but I've learned to get happy in my spaces. But that doesn't negate the fact of you talking about Tupac like you're locked in with Tupac, but clearly y'all were friends. But to say that y'all were so close and your daughter said she wishes he was still here in a note that she wrote to him allegedly, and you was talking about he had alopecia, like y'all was really locked in, like you knew that. And but the fact of, she said he proposed to her when he was locked up in Rikers Island. But to be honest, when she said that, she also clearly said at the end that he would have divorced her right after he got out. So what does that say? Like, that really just say y'all really not locked in, because if he only marrying you just to have his back, it kind of let people know that he really wasn't rocking with you. And maybe that's why you mad, and maybe that's what you want people to believe, and maybe that's the story you want to tell, and maybe you was mad about it, because I'd be mad about it if a dude I was really pressed about and know I would give him the world, I would stay locked up for him, hold him down while he locked up, but the whole time he married to another fiance, he don't see you but nothing like a tomboy. He got a whole wife going on and you doing everything for him, like, you know, slinging for him, whatever you need him to do for you. Possibly he get locked up behind him and this and this and this and that, and he only gonna marry you while he in prison and then divorce you afterwards. I would be mad too, because clearly you rock with him. And the crazy part is all this crying and stuff that Jada was doing about Tupac. The crazy thing is I never felt like it was fake, bro. I never felt like it was fake until now. It's giving me very much I have something to hide. And that's the part I'm trying to figure out. That's the part I'm confused on, because if the crying and everything is not fake, then what are we lying about? Because obviously it's appearing that you were not going to visit Tupac at the time that you were saying you were going to visit Tupac, because you was having allegedly affairs and getting to know Will, and you got serious with Will, but maybe after the babies came you like had to drop it. I don't know, unless you were having a 2 rendezvous or 2-for-1 special going on and trying to talk to Will because you knew that Tupac couldn't do nothing for you because he was gone away. You didn't know how long he was going to be locked up. But they said he was only where she said he was for 3 months, and he got moved to another facility, and he was married for 10 months. And then he got out, something to that effect, like he got out around that time or something like that. And then he got engaged to a whole nother woman. And she was supposed to be going heavy with, he was in Rikers Island for 1995. But she was started talking to Will and hanging out with Will heavy as allegedly in February 1995 or 1994. Like, they're basically saying the math is not mathing. And the whole time, I know you weren't sleeping on Will because as soon as he hit you up, and like, let's do this, or you in a relationship, you like, no, let's be together, cool. Now don't get me wrong, I've been there before. It was been a time where I just wanted to be in a relationship and I just did the thing. Actually, a lot of times, most of the time. So I could say, okay, well maybe it just kind of flowed because you knew he wanted to date you, and you was cool with him, and so you and Will just hooked up. But I would love a man who ride with me as hard as Will rode for you. Like, Will rode for Jada so hard. Like, even when he couldn't make her climax, even when she kind of debased him, even with the August Alsina thing, even with whatever, like him, Sheer saying she wasn't pleasing her sexually, even when after he gave her kids, even in when he brought her status up to be a feminine woman instead of a butch female. Like, even when she decided to cut her hair multiple times and still look good doing it. Even when people came for her, his wife, and they were separated, like, he held her down. She's always proclaimed this Tupac agenda and acting like Tupac and her was something. Well, maybe she's not acting. Maybe her and Tupac are something right now, and people just don't know about it. Because, like I said before, the alleged tea is that Tupac could still be alive, and it was his clone that got popped off, and that was that. And I guess the world may never know, but we here and want to know. Like, let us know. What y'all think down below about that? Let me know. Okay, we have another topic at hand. We're going to get into Sexy Red. Is supposed to be knocked up, and some people are saying it could be by Drake. Sexy Red is off the market, and apparently she ain't fake. And apparently it ain't brown as people think. It must have been some lighting. It must have been some technical difficulties because people knocking her up. You ain't knocking somebody up that is brown, bro. You not supposed to do that. Like, if you are, like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But apparently, rumor on the street, Drake is kind of in love. Like, he done spent a guap on her watch. He done gave her bands. He talking about free her dude, even though that ain't gonna happen now. He know who he is. Hopefully soon. I don't know. She was with some dude the other day, a sneaky link. I don't know. But people were saying that she was fooling with Drake. But I thought they was also working together. But I also feel like they could have. I wouldn't put it past. Because they both grown. But it has been confirmed or denied. But he has called her, I think, wifey a couple times. They have been booed up together in photos, pictures and stuff like that. She a hot new topic situation. And he definitely getting her off the scene. Like, she gonna be off the scene for a minute. Now I would say this. I do want a good woman for Drake because I feel like he's a good dude for the right woman. Like, I feel like women be playing him and so he go rogue, but I feel like he's a good guy. And I really feel like he just need to apply more pressure in the bedroom and these women will really stay with him. But it is what it is. Like, maybe he feel like he bagged Sexy Red, that he could get his bedroom reputation up. But apparently not, because the baby may not even be his. Why you out here thinking that y'all locked in and you the only one? Baby, if you Sexy Red like I know Sexy Red to be, which I don't know her personally, then you definitely need to take a DNA test, because it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes, and it ain't nothing personal. It's just that if you ain't holding it down in one area, you got to find the next dude who can, and that's just on per. And the word on the street is that you ain't holding it down in the bedroom. Like, you got to put her legs up, hit her from the side, hit on the side of the bed, you know what I'm saying? Like, give them more than 3 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go pound town wild with it. You can't be soft and gentle. I mean, you can, certain times, but they ain't word on the street, really. But I mean, like, he was with Rihanna, Nicki. Well, maybe not. But you know what? It's like, nobody has really just claimed Drake, if that's what I'm trying to say. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it ain't like he can't be there. I feel like he may just need some practice or some work or some inches. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think Sexy Red would have only been with him. That's the kicker. And the crazy part is, in this whole situation, Caesar was seen with Sexy Red in a photo op. But the crazy thing is, I think Caesar dated Drake, and Caesar was right there rubbing on the belly. You think Caesar gonna be cool with you having a baby by her ex? I don't know, but I seen her and Summer Walker in the Himalayas and then white tees. And Caesar is not so innocent as we thought she was. Apparently not, because her song was talking about, I will keep that beat for you, take a rap sheet for you. Like, Caesar ain't nothing to play with. She a softy, sweetie, but baby, don't play with her. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't personally be playing with her, to be for real. She's obviously full of surprises. But anyway, back to Sexy Red and Drake. Yeah, and that's the sad part, because I know Sexy is like, Drake. She told Drake that she was hungry, and he made sure she ate. That's sweet. Like, I feel like that's Drake's true nature. And Drake got bank. Like, he gonna take care of you. He gonna make sure you good. So I know Sexy Red is like confused, because she probably don't even know who the baby daddy is. Not saying that she a thought or nothing. I just feel like she a woman out here having fun, and she probably don't know who the baby daddy is, because them toes that she had posted up was not Drake toes. Well, let's be freaking for real. And low key, I think the person who may have leaked the sex tape could have a Draco, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But if that's the case, if you really rocking with a female, why would you lease they tape? Unless you really grinding with them and really not rocking with them. So I don't know. Maybe he's just playing nice until he find out the truth. Because at the end of the day, you gotta do a test. Like, it ain't nothing personal. Just because I don't really feel like he king daddy in the bedroom, so she had to get it somewhere. And the whole time, somebody put a baby up in her. But shoot, I don't know if it was Drake. But it would be cute if he was Drake. It'd be a light baby. But I think it was a dark dude who did that. But I don't know. I don't motherfucking know. And even if it did, I don't mean they still can't talk. I mean they still can't have a relationship, or relations, or situationship, or just do music. Because who's to say they really have a situation? They're just speculation and word on the street that people think they did, because some of those photos and posts that they had on the timeline. But that don't necessarily mean that they had anything going on. But anyway, like, it is what it is. Like, Drake is bound to be another Pappy one day. And I guess we'll have to find out if he's the Pappy of this child. The only time will motherfucking tell. But I have been feeling like she was pretty, because I seen like her stomach would seem like it was growing. But the last photo that I seen with her, like, her stomach was definitely grown. And it's definitely seen to me like I would confirm that she is pregnant, even though they said she just posted a photo saying team boy or team girl. Let's see. I'm team girl, right? But I'm thinking it's a boy. But I don't know. I don't really know. Time will tell. And that's Caesar's ex, allegedly. I don't even know if it's true, but he just did a song with Caesar. And I don't know. Like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know if Caesar really was feeling Drake or not. I feel like Caesar's a lover girl at heart. And she probably would have done all that stuff that she said in that song for Drake. And to know that somebody else is pregnant by, I don't know. She may be over Drake, because obviously he's over her. Obviously he done moved on. Obviously, I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. He look a hot mess. Looking like Michael Jackson. God dang. Don't insult Michael Jackson like that no more. Look at that hair. It ain't even, what is it? It's stiff. It's stiff. Come on now. But Drake got hair. Is that his real hair in this video? Let me find out. But anyway, that's okay though. Is there some lockers? Was Michael Jackson in the video with some at a school? I remember the Halloween video, but I don't remember it being at a school. So anyway, I know Sexy Red is worried about the paternity of the baby, and that'll all come when it comes. I wouldn't say worry about that at all. Just have a healthy pregnancy. Have fun. Take it easy. Don't do too much. And it comes a time when you gotta start single it down to one person anyway, because there's too much going around in these streets. And even with a blicky on the cap, like them things be popping off, and they ain't even bulletproof no more. Like, especially if you fluidly flowing like you need to be flowing, like them things don't work. So you really gotta like spread it out over a month of who you like rocking with, so you know. And I know how it is when a person ain't putting it down like you want to. You think, oh well, dang, let me go get it with somebody else. You know, like, but you can't do that. Like, from one older woman to a younger woman, you can't really do that. But anyway, proud of you, happy for you. Good luck to you. If it's Drake's, you in the bag. He got the dough, but ain't saying he gonna try to get full custody if you don't want to be with him. But if you want to be with him, I feel like it could be a good relationship because I feel like he could win. I don't know, but they say he like interacting women. Like, I didn't know that, but I didn't even think Sexy Red was his type. But hey, I don't know what I know. I ain't in Drake's mind. But at the same time, it's like, don't play with Drake either, because he kind of like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when you make him mad, I feel like. So, yeah. But at the same time, like, you locked in. If it is Drake, I feel like even if it ain't bum in the bedroom, you can teach him how to stroke and throw that thing and make you throw that thing. Like, I feel like you can teach anybody that. Like, just like, obviously you put it on him. He calling you wifey. But anyway, we're going to have to see who's the baby daddy, who's the pappy. And if it's Drake, just holler out to him. And if it ain't Drake, I feel like you shouldn't lie about that age, because he's going to find out. Like, just be honest about it and say it is what it is. Like, yeah. Yep. As always, thank you for stopping by his house. Please like if you like any part of the video, and feel free to subscribe and join part of our Pertees, our family, our lovelies. Definitely want to hear what you got to say down below, so comment, because we will have interaction down below whenever possible, whenever we can.